Tell me how it's going to turn around. Now they had to put Jesse's guy Leiter on the injured list from the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Little's back. Oh, boy. He's on the Des Moines shuttle every other week.
Yes, but he does have big feet.
This team sucks. So down on them. So down. And there's no sense of panic or urgency or nothing. I watched the highlights. Mallory Swanson scored a goal yesterday for the Red Stars. She shows more fire in one goal than her husband shows all season long. I'd rather have Mallory at shortstop. She's done more than he has. $177 million for that guy? What?
Well, he's a microcosm of the issues with this Cubs team. He's just one of the many issues on this team. First of all, the Chicago Cubs can't stay healthy. And I know, I'm just telling you now, Cap. I'm telling you now before you say, I knew Jet would use this as an excuse. I'm telling you that this is exactly what's going to happen at the end of the season. If the Cubs are not a playoff team, that'll be the first thing out of Jed's mouth. Well, we were hurt all season, or hurt in the unopportune time, so we did not gel as a ball club in the first year of Counsel. That'll be the first thing he'll say. But then my retort to that would be, well, you came into the season with a roster that could not compete, especially a bullpen that could not compete. I still will raise my hand, as I have for the last 6 to 8 weeks on the show, and tell you that the offense needs some bolstering. They need some help. You have been talking about the pitching. One arm can't fix this. One arm or two arms can't fix the doldrums that the Cubs are in offensively. I've been saying it. They need to be able to have some guys that can help offensively. But again, the question still stands. Are you trying to compete or are you not? That's what I need to know. Any Cub fan needs to know. What is this season? Is this a season where you're just trying to find out, well, who's going to be the future of the ball club? No. With a little seasoning, the Chicago Cubs should be with Milwaukee competing for the Central. And everyone is just slumping. They are emblematic of their manager, just bland.
Yeah, and I was excited when they signed Craig Counsel.
Sure.
I was very excited. I'm not telling you he's not a good manager. He's a solid manager. He is. I see no fire. And Waddle gets full credit. The other day, what day was it that Waddle was? I wasn't in Canada because it must have been just before I left. Patrick Wisdom's at the plate. Cubs have given up the nearest 3-run home run to the Giants. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And the first pitch to Wisdom is a ball. Second pitch is a ball. You're down a run in the ninth. The third pitch is literally 9 inches at least outside. I mean, literally not close. Strike one. What? It should have been 3-0. He would have walked in the at-bat. He ends up not getting on base. They end up losing the ball game.
Yeah.
Waddle was 100% spot on. That was the moment that Craig Counsel comes out of his coma, because standing in the dugout there with his nice, cool blue hoodie on and never yelling, never getting fired up. Press conferences after the game are boring. Boring. Nothing. I don't see one guy come into that press conference or in that locker room and go, this bull blank is enough. It's got to get fixed. We got a good group of guys in here, but we're not playing to our potential. Do you hear one guy say that? Mm-mm. Anybody throw anything ever? Anybody ever get ticked off? Nope. It's June, is what we heard the shortstop say. Yep, and you're hitting 200 with an OPS in the sixes. You stink.
Here's Craig Counsel.
Well, it was just it was mistakes kind of out over the plate. And they put 2 balls in the seats with, balls out over the plate. Some of the balls hit hard, like in the first, were just kind of some balls out over the plate that didn't quite get to the spot he wanted him to get to, and they made him pay for it. Severino pitched well, no question about it. Our opportunity was in the 6th. We get the first 2 guys on. We got 2, 3, 4 coming up. He made some pitches to those guys. struck out Michael. Belly gave him a great battle. Ended up making a pitch, and he pitched out of it. But he pitched well tonight. Yeah, I mean, we didn't certainly gain any ground here and do anything to get us moving forward. And it's going to take better than 4 and 5, no question about it. Try to start it tomorrow.
So let me just give you, if people did not watch the game, let's give you just a clue of what Cubs baseball is offensively. So it's laughable, but it's ridiculous that Edwin Diaz gets kicked out of the ball game because this guy had sticky stuff on his hand. Before the whole thing happened, by the way, before he starts his first pitch, you don't see it very often on TV anymore, Cap, where you see the umpires checking the glove in the hands of pitchers. That used to be something they clued in on, and you'd see it on camera. This was off camera, and then there was a replay of Edwin Diaz, and the umpires looking at his hand said, there's sticky stuff.
Back here at Wrigley, Carlos Mendoza coming out because Edwin Diaz has just been ejected. Big Carapazza there between Diaz and Mendoza. He's the crew chief. They inspected him for the sticky stuff and didn't like what they found. And he has just been thrown out of this game.
Yeah, get out, Timmy Trumpet. Get out. Which is just dumb, by the way. I mean, all that stuff on your hand, you don't think the umpires would check that? Of course they would. And so he gets kicked out of the ball game.
And by the way, shame on me, because I said to Jay Moore, hey, man, do you have the audio of what you just played? Yeah. I said, can you get, what's that song that Edwin Diaz comes out to? And Shay goes, Timmy Trumpet. I go, Jay Moore, it's Timmy Trumpet. You ever heard of that? Jay Moore's a voter for the Grammys. Not this year, he's not, because I got his vote, because he lost a bet to me. But, sorry, Jay Moore, I forgot you're a music wizard, and I'm an idiot. So
Diaz gets kicked out of the game, and here comes Smith that comes in, and he's the reliever after Diaz. So here's the problem with Cubs baseball. Okay, the guy is cold. He just came in, 8-10 warm-up pitches. And what does Ian have to do? First pitch flies out to right. And, of course, because Boog Shampi works so much with Jim DeShays, they use this phrase, they ambushed him.
I heard that.
Kiss my ass with ambush. It's wrong. They ambushed him. No, it's wrong, Cap. I know that's the pitch that Hap wanted. But the point is, though, this guy comes in cold. How about see a few pitches? You're down 3 in the 9th.
Okay, so
fair or not?
Fair. So I was going to say to you, if you were one run down, it's 5-4, 3-2, whatever it is. Okay, if I get a pitch there, I'm going to try and hit it out. Okay, I get that. You're 3 down. Okay, you hit a home run. Hallelujah. Now it's 5-3. No. I want you to get on base.
Yes.
I need traffic to keep him uncomfortable out there. Ambushed him, my ass.
Oh, my God.
Terrible.
So the first pitch, he's cold, Cap.
I love Boog, but that was bad.
Well, but I mean, it's the marquee phrase. That's what they use in Cub. I only hear that in Cub games because that's a DeShays thing. They ambushed him. No, it's wrong. It's bad baseball.
Agreed.
Because he's cold, Cap. Get him work a count. Maybe he could draw a walk. Who knows? Okay, then Morel strikes out looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not swinging the bat.
Did you see how many pitches they took for strike 3 that not just
ton.
Chris.
Yeah.
Because Chris had a 2-run homer in the
Yeah.
game. How many they take that are not like, borderline. Right down the middle of the box.
Oh, yeah. That's when
you're out.
That's when you're scuffling.
Like, how did you not see that?
Swanson singles, he gets on. And then here comes the great Patrick Wisdom striding to the plate.
Ha! He took
So
strike
long,
3
everybody.
right down the chute.
So long, everybody. Good night from Wrigley. I mean, seriously, in that spot, Cap, again, runner on base. What are you looking at? Anytime I see that many strikeouts looking, you're not looking at the scouting report, pal. I can understand if you're giving your all and you're swinging through it. But when I see that many strikeouts looking, especially where the location was, and we've been in 100 locker rooms, the replays are going on the TV, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're not reading the scout, it's right there on the TV
Or
for you
they
to
go
watch.
to the video room. Hey, show me that pitch again.
That's all.
You took strike 3 right in the box. Now, again, they weren't going to win the game. I get it.
But still, give him a finish. Give him a finish. That's what you do?
And
I just want to just capsulate that. Just that 9th inning.
You're correct.
That's Cubs baseball right there.
You're correct. The other thing I would say is, Craig, at some point, and again, I am not denigrating Craig Counsel in his baseball knowledge. He's a brilliant baseball guy. His record and his time in Milwaukee show that. He was a winning player. Show a pulse. How about a pulse? Once. One time. Can you show a pulse? Please. Can you please, if you're going to sit at your freaking desk in that office on the road or at home, once go, you know what? This isn't what I signed up for. I came here because I was told we're the big market team in our division. We're not acting like it. We got a $230 million payroll, and we're playing like the Oakland A's. It's embarrassing, and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. And if I got to go get the Iowa Cubs and the freaking Tennessee Smokies and the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, I'll let them play because I'm not seeing it. You know what he does? Well, Severino pitched a good game. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, he was.
But guess what? Your team looks lifeless. And that's on you.
Cubs now are 2 games out of the wild card. 312-332-ESPN, 332-3776 is our telephone number.
Chris tweeted us, I've never seen a manager of a team with expectations look more boring than Lovie Smith. He's more boring than Lovie. And Lovie was horrible at press conferences.
Yeah. So let's talk about Jed Hoyer, that aspect of it. We just went through the game with just some of the things that we saw at Cap. But let's talk about Jed Hoyer. I mean, if he doesn't turn this around, what's next for Jed?